Come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be, as a friend.
Hey everybody, it's me, the Nerdy Hero. I'm here to do the review for The Defenders. Yes, the Netflix series for Marvel that just came out. It's gonna have, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and of course, Iron Fist, which, did not get the best reviews.
These childish insults are getting tiring.
But that's actually something I'm gonna bring out a lot in this review for The Defenders, because Iron Fist is actually focused a lot in this. And I'm not sure if you would say specifically because Iron Fist, the show, did not do so well that they want to focus on him making better in this one, or because Iron Fist, the show itself, actually has a lot to do with what's going to happen in The Defenders, that it makes more sense for him to be the main focus in a lot of the plot points and narratives that are carrying over from his show as opposed to all the other shows. But besides his show, I think Daredevil, specifically season 2, has a lot to do more with what's going to happen in The Defenders. Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, not as much, but they do tie in very loosely to what's happening. But basically, it's a combination of all the 4 shows coming together, all 4 characters, to create the team, The Defenders, which I don't think they ever really get called The Defenders in the show. But it's kind of funny having all 4 of these characters mixing in together, and all the different personalities, with Jessica Jones' character just being an alcoholic detective that doesn't want to deal with anybody.
It's been a long week.
Luke Cage just want to do what's right by people and take care of Harlem and the streets there. Well, at this point in his life, you see Matt Murdock, who's actually not Daredevil anymore. He's actually quit the cowl. He put it down, and he's just living his life as a regular, small-time lawyer. First thing I've actually found really interesting on the show was the show starts off with Iron Fist, and then I'm like, wow, it's starting off strong with Iron Fist, even though it's the most recent show. It's also the weakest.
These childish insults are getting tiring.
So I'm like, oh, they're starting off with him. And of course, it's him and Jessica Henwick's character, Colleen Wing, which the fan base for her grew exponentially. Everyone loved her in the show. Finn Jones, Iron Fist, not so much.
These childish insults are getting tiring.
But actually, I'll talk about him a little bit more. But it starts with them too, and it just starts for them, I think, in Russia or somewhere. And basically, they're uncovering some secret that's going on that tells them they gotta go back to New York. You get back to New York, and you slowly start unraveling what's going on with the hand that you saw in Iron Fist and in Daredevil season 1 and 2, more so in season 2. What their plan really is for New York, what's really going on, and as you slowly start seeing them put all the pieces together, and the characters slowly come to go closer and closer and slowly start meeting, you get the plot point of Sigourney Weaver's character, whose name is Alexandra, and she is the one basically spearheading this project that they're doing in New York. And you see the 5 fingers of the hand, basically, and the 5 leaders, and one of them being Madame Gao, that you've seen since the beginning, which is in season 1 of Daredevil, and season 2, and also in Iron Fist. I'm not sure if you've heard of anywhere else. And the show was great. It's awesome. I do have some issues with it. Mostly, I wouldn't say that the show is the pacing of each episode, the pacing that you're watching is rushed, but I felt like the story was kind of short. And the show itself is 8 episodes long. And 8 episodes is not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing. It's like I wanted a little more, and I felt like the first couple episodes felt like it was a little slow for them to meet together. And then once they got together, it felt like it was like just going really quickly. But not like the pacing of each episode was going quickly, but like as I'm watching, I'm like, man, this show's about to end, and I can, I just felt like I wanted to see more, fill it with a little bit more. So it's like the first 4 episodes are very slow, and then the last 4 are very, very quick. I still really, really enjoy the show. Is it my favorite? No, I think Daredevil season 2 is going to still be my favorite, but this was really awesome. I think some of the standout characters would probably be Jessica Jones, played by Kristen Ritter. She was one of my favorites. And actually, something funny I thought about when watching the show, especially towards the very end of the show, and I'm not sure if it's a spoiler or not. I'm not trying to spoil anything plot point wise, but Jessica Henwick's character, Colleen Wing, she was my favorite in Iron Fist because she was a character that could always take care of herself. She got captured, she got herself out. So at the end toward the last couple episodes of the Defenders, she's been sidelined basically for the whole show. And it was that last couple episodes where I really started to notice it, because all the other side characters were all sidelined in protective custody, if you guys want to say, in the police station, and they're all there, including Jessica Henwick's character. And I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like her character would just sit around here. And next thing you know, she takes off and she goes to the final battle to help out in her own way. And I'm like, that's more of her character, so I'm glad that they did more with her, because she is one of my favorites of the whole Netflix world going on there. The ending of the show, I'm not going to say what the ending was because I don't want to spoil the ending, but the way it wraps up, like the final battle was great, everything was great. It's just how the show starts tying up all the loose ends at the end and then tying up for future seasons of the future shows. I just didn't really care for it the way it did it. I'm not saying it's the worst thing ever. We'll see how Daredevil Season 3 and Iron Fist and Luke Cage, all the other shows as they're going on, we'll see how they pick up after the show. But for the way the Defenders show ended with the last couple loose ends, I was like, I didn't like the way they handled it. I think it could have been a little different. But that's like my personal, like, wanted a little bit cleaner, I guess. I did like seeing a lot of the side characters interacting with each other. You know, Hope, whatever, the girl that played Trinity in the Matrix movies, I forgot her character's name here. Her, how she was basically connecting with a lot of the other characters. Obviously, Karen Page and Foggy interacting with Jessica Jones' side characters mixed with other characters as well. I just realized my air conditioning is running and it's making background noise. Alright, so the first half of this video is just going to have nothing but background noise. The second half is going to be completely clear audio, so you guys are just going to have to deal with that because I'm not re-recording the whole thing again. Something I do want to bring out that actually was really interested in is the fact that Finn Jones' Iron Fist in this show was a little bit more one of my standouts that actually performed a lot better in this show than he did in his own show by itself. And I want to say maybe it's because he was surrounded with more interesting characters, or maybe it's because the story itself was shorter, or because the story itself was better. I'm not sure. Maybe it could be all three of those things. I actually really enjoyed watching him with this show. Every now and then I'm like, I could still see the little resemblance of his actual show, and I could get flashbacks. I'm like,
These childish insults are getting tiring.
But I think he did really well, especially working with Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage, because they have that here for hire in the comics, and he wanted to get that chemistry on set, on the show. And actually I was able to pick that up, and I'm like, all right, I could see the two of them coming together and maybe working in the future, maybe for Luke Cage Season 2 or Iron Fist Season 2. Having a little team up there would be really cool to see. Something that the show did really well was actually show the characters' motives as to why they're choosing the path they're going and why they all end up coming together and why they even decide to work together. It actually had very clear motives, and sometimes something like that can be very messy and people can kind of lose the idea as to why a character is doing this or that. It was very clear, and I felt like I was actually able to follow along and understand why everyone wants to do their certain things, or go by themselves, or go with a teammate, or leave somebody behind. I actually really enjoyed it. So that's my review, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Defenders. If you finished it, what episode you're on. Let me know as well if you liked it, which one is your favorite Marvel Netflix show as well. You can leave all that in the comments down below. And as always, remember, you can like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and always keep it nerdy.
The only way out of here is together.
It's just a city. You'll get used to watching them fall.
Danny, light it up.
What's up, everybody? It's me, the Nerdy Hero. Just reminding you guys to check out tpublic.com so you can check out all my latest Nerdy Hero shirts and gear, as well as to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can check out my latest videos. And always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy.